guys, for this trick, we just need a shuffled deck of cards. And I'm sure you guys have noticed, but over here, I actually have a little piece of paper. That is for a little prediction that I've made. But you know what? I'm not too confident in that prediction, to be honest. So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you pick 2 cards, and hopefully those 2 cards will, one of them will be close to the prediction. That's my hope, at least for this trick. Okay, so first off, I can have you just go ahead and just say stop whenever you like as I dribble through the cards here. So I'll just go like this, stop right there. Okay, so let's say you stop here at this card. All right, perfect. And you know what? I would like you to choose another card because I'm not that confident. So go ahead, say stop again anywhere you like. So let's say stop over there. Okay, great. So you can agree, you could have said stop anywhere here, also anywhere here would have been fine, right? But you said stop at these 2 cards. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and look at my prediction over here. Let's take a look at what I predicted. So I said you will choose the 10 of spades. Okay, so let's see if one of these cards is the 10 of spades, or maybe close to the 10 of spades. Okay, 3 of spades, 7 of spades. Okay, I mean, kind of close. They're both spades. Okay, you have to give me that. But okay, also, you know what? If you take the 3 and the 7 and you add them up together, 3 plus 7 does equal 10. So technically, between these 2 cards, I found the 10 of spades. Okay, you're not too impressed, I know. So we'll try this instead. So like I said, you can add up these 2 cards, 7 and 3, and you would get 10, right? So let's just do that. We'll take the 7 and 3, 1, 2, 3, and just like that, you actually get the 10 of spades. There you go. And yeah, you can examine this card, and you can also examine the deck as well. That is the entire trick, guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. All right, guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So before I share with you how this trick was done, I first want to share with you how I came up with this trick and the inspirations for the basic sleights involved in this trick. So when I was trying to come up with this trick, I was reminded of this move that I learned. I can't remember who came up with this, but there's this move that I know where you take 2 cards like this and you throw them together onto the table. You go 1, 2, 3. And it looks like those 2 cards just kind of morph into 1 card. So I've always loved that idea, but I was thinking it doesn't look that good if you were going to do it face up. So for example, if you were going to do it face up like this, it's kind of obvious how it's done. But I thought that since this action here of throwing this card down, you can easily just take this card and turn it over. So I thought that it would be a good idea to have this sort of idea going on where you have 2 cards face up like this, and you can sort of combine them together into 1 card, and then that would be the basic idea of the trick. So yeah, that's basically how I came up with this trick, and now let's get into how it's actually done here. So all you're gonna need to do is just choose any card to have a prediction for. So I'm just gonna use the 10 of spades. You can write that down on a piece of paper, fold it up, and just place it on the table. And then you're gonna take any 2 cards of the same suit and just make sure they both add up to equal your prediction. So you can use like 4 and 6 of spades, the 9 and the ace of spades. You can do the 7 and 3 like I did. You can use any combination that you like. And the setup is you're just gonna wanna take the 10 of spades first, place that on top, and then take your 2 other force cards and place those on top. It doesn't matter what the order is of those 2 cards. But once you're in this position, you're ready to start the trick. So you shuffle the cards here, and you just wanna keep those 3 cards on the top of the deck. And when you're ready to start forcing the cards, you're gonna be pointing to the spectator, asking them to stop at a card as you dribble. As you point to them to say, you, go ahead and tell me when to stop. You're actually going to be breaking off around half of the cards, and your thumb is secretly going to slip the top card onto the left-hand packet. So you're gonna break off some cards with your right hand, about half of the deck. Your thumb is just going to hold on this top card as you come away with your right hand to say, can you go ahead and tell me when to stop? When you do that, they're gonna say, yeah, okay. And you're gonna come back and you're gonna hold a pinky break, and then you're gonna transfer this to a thumb break in the back. So from the front, it looks like this. It looks completely normal, but to the sides and the back, it's gonna look a little fishy. So you just wanna make sure that your angles are somewhat covered and your spectator is directly in front of you. So what you're gonna be doing now is a dribble force. You're going to be dribbling the cards onto the table, and you're just gonna wanna time the force so that you kinda wanna slow down when you're getting to the break, and then when they say stop, you can just let go of all of the cards from your break. So for example, let's say I dribble through, and I'll angle my hand so you guys can see this here, but let's say they say stop here. I would just want to say stop here, you're sure? And I would just drop all of those cards off. And at this point, if they say like, no, back there, it's kind of too late to do anything because you already dropped these cards. So just say, it doesn't really matter, just take this card. And then there, that will be your dribble force. What you do is you just take these cards and you just dribble them on top. Then you square up the cards and you're gonna be doing the same thing again. So you can do this to the same spectator, or you can do this to another spectator over here. But you're gonna break off the cards again. You're gonna do the exact same move that you did before. So you're gonna take your thumb, slip cut the top card, and ask them, can you go ahead and also say stop? You're gonna hold your break here, transfer it to a thumb break in the back, and do the same dribble force. So you're just gonna time it, go ahead and say stop whenever you like, stop, just drop all those cards off and say, okay, take this card here, and then you can take these cards and you're just gonna leave them in your left hand because this will actually have the 10 of spades on top. You're gonna just recap and say, okay, so I dribble through the cards. You could have said stop anywhere here, and you could have also said stop anywhere here. And what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be taking these cards that you dribbled onto the table, and you're gonna be making them in a really messy fashion here. So this is on purpose because it's going to cover up the last move that you do. And the justification for this is you're gonna be saying, so you can agree you could have picked any of these cards, right? And that's why you're doing this move here. And then you can say, and you also could have said stop at any of these cards here, but you said stop at these two cards. So now you're pretty much set for the end reveal. You have your 10 of spades on top, and you're ready to go. So now you open the prediction and you say you will choose a 10 of spades. Let's see if at least one of these cards is the 10 of spades. They turn over the cards, and all you have to do is some acting here. So just say, okay, well, they're both spades, so you have to give me that, and you can just kind of make this a funny part and say, oh, you know what though? We can actually take the 3 and the 7, and if you add those together, you actually get 10. And as you're saying this line here, what you're gonna do is you're actually going to be holding the cards in front of the deck, and you're gonna use this as cover to catch a break on the top card. So you're just gonna push over the top card a little bit, pull it back, and hold a pinky break. Once you do that, you're just gonna take these two cards here, the 7 and the 3, and place them squared up, face up, on top of the deck. Then you're gonna pick up all the cards from the break. So you're gonna pick up these 3 cards together and hold them in biddle grip, just like this. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna peel off the top card here, the 3 of spades in this case, and you're just gonna leave it in this position. And then the 7 of spades, you're just gonna place it down here on your fingers, just like this, and then you're gonna hold it with your thumb. And this is actually a double here. So you wanna hold this as square as possible. And then they're gonna be like laughing, not really impressed. And you're gonna say, okay, I know you're not really impressed, so we'll try this. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the double here, the 7 and the 10, and you're gonna hold it on the very right edge of the card right here. And you're just gonna have a very light grip, but also firm at the same time, because you don't want them to split apart. So you want it to be firm, but not too firm, basically. This is the position for the switch or the addition move over here. I'm not really sure what to call it here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the 3, you're gonna push it off just a little bit, and then your thumb here is actually gonna lift it up. So you're basically gonna be pushing the card off and then lifting it up, and it's gonna sort of flick on the top left corner here. That's where it's gonna be balancing between your thumb and the top left corner of the cards. All you have to do for the move, you're gonna be doing 2 things at once. So the first thing, the easy part, is you're gonna take your thumb and just close it down on top. And when you do that, you're also gonna turn your wrist down as well. So you're gonna go boom like that. That's the first step of the move. And the second part of the move is you're gonna take the 7 and the 10 double here, and you're gonna be flipping them over like this on the table. And it doesn't really matter if they split apart, because the randomness of these cards is going to cover if those cards accidentally split. And also, one tip, I would recommend holding the double card above the card onto the deck. So don't hold it down here and do the move. You don't wanna do that. That does not look as good. You wanna hold this double above the 3 of spades, so that when you do those things together, it looks a lot better. It looks like those cards really do sort of merge together to become the 10 of spades. So at this point, there's actually many ways to clean up. So the way that I did it in the performance is I just took the 10 of spades here, and all I did was I just instantly took my hand and I just dropped this deck on top, face up, all over those cards. And what that will do is it will just sort of take this face down card here that you have, and it will just sort of camouflage it. inside of this randomness of the face down cards. Then you can grab everything and turn all the face up cards over. So that's one way to do it. Another way that you can do it is you can take the 10 of spades off, turn it face down, and place it on top of the left-hand packet. And then you can turn your wrist over, and you're gonna hold a break under the 3 of spades. So now you essentially have a double lift here. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the KM move like this. If you don't know what that is, it's basically how to get rid of a double lift. You're gonna turn your wrist over, and your fingers are gonna grab the back. Your thumb here is gonna grab the 10 of spades though, and then your fingers of your left hand are gonna clamp down on that card, and it's gonna go onto the top of the deck. And then you're gonna come away with your left thumb. It's gonna flick the 10 of spades. That's the sort of natural action of the move. I don't really like the KM move that much, but it's basically just a way to show the 10 of spades is just one card, and now you can just put everything back together, and now you're completely clean. So that is another way to clean up as well. And yeah, that is the trick, guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, comment down below as well. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.